So about a year ago, I made a video sharing with you guys the chore chart that I made for my children, and just to instill in them and to train them in having a good work ethic and working diligently unto the Lord and doing a job well done with cheerfulness and willingness. Of course, that's the part where the training comes in, and the kind and friendly and loving reminders that everything we do unto the Lord. So somehow we got totally off track. And even though they were still doing some of the chores on that chart, I kind of re-owned some of them myself. So this video is going to be all about time management and why it's so important to share the load in your home. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Alana, and my channel is all about marriage, homemaking, healthy living, and homeschooling. Please subscribe. So it takes a lot to run a home, and I tried to list it all, but the list got very long because you can't just say laundry. Laundry includes sorting, loading, switching, folding, putting away. That's a lot, you know? And then groceries includes making a list, leaving the house, shopping, coming home, unloading, and putting away. There are many steps to the one-liners that we do. Laundry, groceries, cleaning includes dusting all the rooms, windows, all the rooms, windowsills, floors, bathrooms, toilets, kitchens, you know, the list is long for each individual thing. And so it's a lot for one person, right? And I never intended to do it all. Of course not. I have boys, girls I would do the same with, but my boys are not going to be lazy, unhelpful husbands. They're going to be willing to help their wives, willing to work, and even if it's not the best chore or the most hated chore, you work because it needs to get done, and that's good work ethic that I'm hoping to instill in them. So they take part in the work of this home. They have things assigned to them, but they also, you know, help with random things that come up. If we're doing yard work together as a family, they partake. If we're building something as a family, they partake, and they're expected to. Of course, it's fun. It's not like militant, soldier, drill sergeant, do this, do that at all. It's definitely fun. We want to work with a joyful heart. I want to also teach them that, not to make work miserable, right? So I sat down yesterday because I'm trying to organize my life. School is about to start in 3 weeks, and there's a lot on my plate. I've got homeschooling, I've got all the housework, I've got ministry, which ministry includes ministering to people, you know, hospitality, having people over for dinner, or just, you know, throughout the day, young ladies that I meet with, and I don't want to be limited to that, but I do have to be limited to it anyway with my busyness, but I want to make room for it in my schedule. So that, and I need to take my kids places so they can see friends and play and have fun, and I need to make time for my work and my jobs. So there's a lot to organize, and so that's what I've been doing this weekend, is organizing my schedule so that I can give enough in each area, still get each area done and accomplished, but not be so overwhelmed and like crazy busy that I hate my life. So I sat down and I made a list of all my jobs and all the extra things that I want to make sure we have time for: ministering as a family, me having young ladies over, my job. And I re-delegated some things to my children, and so I gave away 7 things that I have been doing on my own for however long to my children. I feel they are fully capable to handle it on their own, and it's definitely going to help me make time for the other things that I need. I'm also trying to make time slots for each thing. So every Sunday, this is a habit I've had forever. I sit down and I make a list of my schedule for the week and what I'm doing. So just as an example, today is Monday. Today I'm doing laundry. It's already in the wash. I will fold and put away that laundry today. That was not always the case with younger kids. Now that my kids are older, I can actually fold and put away laundry the same day I wash it. That is new. So for those of you with young kids, don't think, wow, it's new. It used to sit in the laundry baskets for a day at least and then get folded and put away. And they will put away their laundry and I put away mine and my husband's laundry. Today I also have a young lady coming over to talk about labor. And I have an hour this evening from 8 to 9 to work my business. So I've made time for all those things. In between all of that, I will naturally cook meals for my family, be with my children, read to them, tidy up, take care of the animals, whatever the case may be, and remind my children of their jobs and help them to learn how to do them well so that eventually I can just completely hand them over. Tomorrow, we've got lunch with a nice lady from a nursing home who loves my husband. She met him through his job and invited us as a family for the second time to go have lunch with her. So that's very exciting. I also will probably not have any chores to do tomorrow. I'll probably just tidy things up, and I have to run a couple of errands. Wednesday, I'm going to the movies with my team from my job to watch Wonder Woman, which is super exciting. And then I'm also cleaning that day, and I have small group that night, fellowship, so my kids will get to see friends and fellowship. And then on Thursday, we're going swimming, taking my kids swimming with friends and doing laundry and whatever else, little things. And then Friday, I will be cleaning my floors, and I'm working out all these days also, by the way. And I have something else on Friday. I can't remember, but just to give you an idea of what I do every Sunday night, I sit down and I write my week out so that I have a good mix. Oh, on Tuesday we also have someone joining us for dinner, and I know there's something else on Friday, but so I have a good mix of like discipleship, ministry, time for my job, make sure I can exercise, and time for all the housework. So that's my goal. I do believe that we should be productive with our time, and have a goal in mind, not just like aimlessly start our day. And our life should be somewhat, there's only so much we can structure, so much we can schedule and predict, because life brings unexpected things, and that's just part of life. And when those things happen, that is when we just need to rest and be at peace in the Lord's sovereignty, that He's in control. His plans are not always our plans, and that's okay. And I think idleness can lead to sin. It's not a sin to be idle, but it can lead to sin when we just sit there and let our minds wander and let our time be wasted. We often find ourselves doing things that are either unproductive or harmful to ourselves or sinful. And so keeping busy is a wise thing, not to mention it fulfills you to be productive, and it's good to have order and structure and routine in your life. I think the Lord is a God of order, and we're not sinning when we're not orderly, but we are glorifying God when we are orderly. So it's something to strive for, and just to use the time that He's given us well. And I don't want to say that there's no time for rest. There definitely is time for rest. Yesterday, I could have done lots of things that I didn't do, but you know what? It was Sunday. I had been out of town for a couple days with work, and I came home. We went to church. I had a great lunch prepared for my family. We all ate, and then we just hung out and did nothing, and that's totally okay. I'm not saying we need to be working constantly. Of course not. There is a time for rest and relaxation, and that is from the Lord too, and I think we glorify God in that as well. To stop and enjoy the moment and just bask in the blessing and the liberty to rest. And I do think, for me at least, when I organize my thoughts and know what I am trying to accomplish for the day, things are a lot less hectic and stressful and overwhelming, because I only give myself 1 or 2 realistic goals for each day and then make sure they get done. And things can be very easy and peaceful and calm. And you might need to stretch the definition of that word a little bit based on how many kids you have and their ages, but I hope you know what I'm saying, what I mean by that. So I hope this video is encouraging to you, if anything, to just remember to rest, remember to trust in the Lord, and remember to work with purpose, and to be intentional in how you schedule your life, and to not overschedule your life, to make time for everything, and let go of some things if you can't make time for everything. If you can't keep up with all the things that are priority, what needs to be cut out or shed. So let me know your thoughts and comments, and have a wonderful day. So I wanted to add a couple more thoughts after watching the video. So idleness. When I say idleness can lead to sin, obviously idleness can lead to like external sins, you know, watching something we shouldn't watch, or listening to something we shouldn't listen to, or doing something. But also our thought life, thinking sinful thoughts, feeding bitterness or resentment or discontentment, anything like that, unforgiveness. There's so many things that idleness can lead to if we just sit there and allow our minds to wander, and then, you know, every sin starts in the heart, then you entertain it in your mind, then you do it. So if you don't fight against those things, they can eventually manifest externally in your life. So productivity and working into the Lord, and then of course disciplining our thought life and mortifying sin on a regular basis every single day, is something, a habit, a discipline that we need to have in place. And then there was one other thing. I have a video all about decluttering your life, and my sweet friend Sarah, it was a collab with her. Her channel's called Happy Home Life. She has a video all about decluttering your thoughts. So if this is something that you find, you know, you're not idle, you're actually way too busy, then maybe those are some videos that would be helpful to you. So definitely check them out. I'll include the links in the description box. Okay, so for those of you that are subscribers and know me well, this won't be anything new to you, but just in case anyone new is watching, something I failed to mention, things that you want to fit into your life, obviously time with your family, free time that is flexible to be spontaneous and to do things with your family. When daddy comes home, one of my favorite goals is to have everything done before my husband gets home, so that I can just go with the flow of the evening and let whatever happens happens. If we're gonna go somewhere, sure. If we're gonna play a family game, sure. If we're gonna sit outside on the bench and read or do a bonfire, sure. Everything's game, you know. And so definitely for time with your family. And then throughout the day, the reason I only schedule myself 1 to 2 realistic goals each day is because I don't want to be busy all day with all of my work. I want to have time that I can stop and sit and hug my children and read to them and talk to them and hang out with them. I sit with them at every meal, and that's really important to me. A lot of our reading is done at the table after I'm done eating, but a lot of conversation takes place at the table too. And so you want to have those moments where things are not busy, so that you can cherish the people in your life. You don't want to be a machine from beginning to end of your day. So when I say be productive, get your work done, have work lined up, make time for everything, I mean that, but I also want to stress the importance of including time for cherishing the people in your life, and for the unexpected, and for those moments that you can't plan that are just so special. Because if you're too busy, then you lose all of that. So just wanted to throw that in there for anyone that doesn't know me that well yet. Have an awesome day.